Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles and this is going to be a prediction challenge for Extreme Rules 2017. Now, we've been challenged and it's going to be a monthly thing or every pay-per-view thing with our good friend Paul from Poppa Pickett Gaming. We're both going to make predictions. There's going to be consequences. We're going against each other. We'll talk about that in a minute. I have both of our predictions, so I'm going to go ahead down the card, give you what we predict. First up, we have and this is the matches that are reported at the time of this taping. So they may add some, may take some away. We'll see. First up, we have Sasha Banks and Rich Swann versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. Both myself and Paul are on the side of Swann and Banks. I think it's pretty easy, pretty much set up for them two to win. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. Next up, continuing with the stars of 205 Live, Neville versus Austin Aries in a submissions match. Both of us staying on the same side, both picking Austin Aries. I think it's his time. I think the 3-month build-up is finally going to get paid off with Aries winning with the last chance resubmission move and finally getting the Cruiserweight title, hopefully providing a shot in an arm for the whole division. Next up, we have a cage match between the Hardy Boys and Sheamus and Cesaro for the tag titles. I'm going with the Hardys. Surprisingly, Brother Paul is picking Sheamus and Cesaro. I know Paul's a big Hardys fan, so that probably hurt his heart to say that. But in my opinion, I don't see any reason to take the belts off the Hardys as of yet. They're still doing good. The fans are still popping for them. I think if you're going to do it, it's not going to be Sheamus and Cesaro. Maybe the club, I don't know, who eventually gets the rub. But I don't think it's here, especially in a specialty match. I see the Hardys retaining. And Paul's on the other side. He sees Sheamus and Cesaro, so there's our first point of contention. Next up, we have Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and a Vince Russo special, kendo stick on a pole. Both of us are picking Alexa Bliss. I think Bayley's been mismanaged and mishandled on the main roster, and I don't think that this is her time to break out. I think it's going to stay with Bliss, who's been portrayed a little bit better, who they seem to be backing more on the main roster. We could be both wrong, but I think we're both right. We're both sticking with Alexa. Next up for the Intercontinental Championship, we have Dean Ambrose versus The Miz, with the stipulation that if Dean gets DQ'd, then The Miz wins the Intercontinental title. We're both picking The Miz. My reasoning is I think they're going to find a way to DQ Ambrose. Something's going to happen with Maurice and either Renee comes down or a Diva comes down. Or something's going to happen where Miz does something, Ambrose responds, and Ambrose gets DQ'd, thus losing the IC title. We're both on Miz. We're both sticking with it. So, as you can see, with being friends, we have a lot of the same thoughts. And the last but not least match, the Fatal 5-Way, I believe it's an elimination, I'm not sure, but it's a 5-way match either way. We have Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. I'm going with Roman. He's going with Finn Balor. So the reasoning I have is I believe they're going to keep the World or the Universal title on Brock Lesnar till at least SummerSlam. And I don't think you give away Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar if Finn is going to lose. I think you can give away Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns with Roman losing. This is my reasoning for picking Roman. I know that and we're led to believe that it's going to be Finn. I think it's going to be Roman. I think the fans aren't going to be happy with it, but I think they're going to be happy when Brock beats Roman at the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. And the reason I think that Brock's going to beat Roman, I put a lot of thought into my pick. I think that's where we're going to see Braun Strowman come back and cost Roman the match. This leading to either a three-way match or Roman versus Braun while Brock goes on to something else, maybe Finn Balor at that point, or Seth Rollins, or whatever it may be. I just don't see them putting Finn versus Brock without Finn winning the world or the Universal title from Brock. And I don't see that they're ready to do that just yet. Just my opinion. Obviously, Paul thinks that Finn's going to win. So, you can see there's a little bit different sides to the same story. Now, we put in place a tiebreaker in case our picks tie, in case we both get the same number correct. And that is, for the Stanley Cup Finals Game 3, the Penguins versus Nashville Predators. The tiebreaker is going to be the total number of goals in that game. I'm going with 5 goals. Paul is going with 7. So no matter if it's 3-2 Penguins, 4-1 Predators, I got 5, so that I would win. If it's 6-1 Predators, 4-3 Predators, 5-2 Penguins, whatever it may be that equals 7, Paul picks up the win. Or whoever would be closest. I guess 6 would be a tie between both of us. But other than 6, whoever is closest is going to win. So if it's 8 or more, he's going to win. If it's 5 or less, I'm going to win. Actually, 7 or more, he's going to win. 5 or less, I'm going to win. And 6, it's going to be a tie on that. Which at that point, I don't know what we'll do because we don't have a second tiebreaker. But I don't think we'll need one. Now, what's at stake? If you saw last pay-per-view, the winner got to take over the loser's YouTube page and post the winnings video and brag a little bit. Since I was the winner, I got to name the stipulations for this month's. We're going to do that. That's going to be a staple. Whoever the winner is gets to go on the other's YouTube channel, make a video, edit it, put it out. The other has to put it on their page without editing it themselves. Leave it as is, leave it as it's sent to them, and post it on their own page, bragging or whatever may be said on it. The spoils of winning are you get to pick the stipulations for the next pay-per-view. Now, we talked about this and we want to keep the stipulations in a theme. Since this is Extreme Rules, the theme being extreme, the best thing about Extreme is Extreme Championship Wrestling, my favorite promotion of all time, and I believe it's Paul's as well. Not only will the winner get to post a video on the other's page, but the loser has to send the winner something from the original ECW, some kind of memorabilia, whatever it may be, a t-shirt, a DVD, an autograph, something representing the original ECW. Now, we're not going to know what is sent. We're going to get a package, we're going to take that package, and the winner is going to have an unboxing video and show the world exactly what he won. There's not going to be any gag gifts. It's a total serious competition. If I win, Paul's going to send me some kind of ECW thing, something representing the original ECW, and vice versa. If Paul wins, I'm going to send him something representing the original ECW. Neither one of us is going to know what it is until we get it and we do an unboxing. So stay tuned for that. So that should be fun as well. Hopefully I win. Just to go over a quick recap of everything, both Paul and I got Sasha Banks and Rich Swann beating Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. We both have Austin Aries beating Neville. I have the Hardys beating Sheamus and Cesaro. He has Sheamus and Cesaro. Paul has Sheamus and Cesaro winning. We both picked Alexa Bliss to beat Bayley. We both picked The Miz to beat Dean Ambrose. I picked Roman to win the 5-way. He picks Finn Balor. And the tiebreaker, 5 total goals for me, 7 total goals for Paul. But basically that's all I have to say on this subject. My name is George Coles, and this has been a Heel Heat Poppa Pickett Gaming prediction challenge special.